Hi everybody, Grace Flowers here. I am coming to you from my meditation room in Venice, California. And it is the first day that I've been feeling so much better after being sick for a week. And much of it has to do with just being run down and catching the flu and not sleeping well. So if you're experiencing any of these things, my heart goes out to you. But a few things that you can incorporate into your wake up, feel better, heal routine is one, astragalus. That's spelled A-S-T-R-A-G-U-G-A-L-U-S. Again, that's A-S-T-R-A-G-A-L-U-S. I suddenly feel like I'm in my 6th grade spelling bee competition. Astragalus. It's something that my chiropractor told me about, and I've been taking it. It's a natural supplement that is intended to boost your immune system, and it's also really nice to have on hand if you're traveling this holiday season. And I think of it as just like echinacea, you know, keeping yourself healthy, keeping your body healthy and free from all the flu bugs and the cold bugs that's flying around this holiday season. So go and pick that up from either Whole Foods. I got mine from Whole Foods, or you can probably get it at any natural health food supplement store. The other thing that you may want to do is start drinking ginger tea, if you will. There's no tea in there, but what I do is I take a huge nugget of ginger, fresh ginger, and I slice it and I put it in my French press, or anything will do. And the little trick is I like to kind of mash it a little bit, or just take one of those mortar and paste little masher things. And I mash mine up to get the liquids flowing, and I just put hot water in there, and I've been drinking that last few days, and it seems to be working. The other thing is, if you have a sore throat like I did, gargle with salt water, and every morning throughout the day before you go to bed. It's something that my 92-year-old grandmother still does every single day, every single morning, and she is healthy as anyone can imagine. So must be some kind of magical thing at work there. So take that, hope you feel better if you are ill. And for those of you who are traveling this holiday season, I thought I'd make you a little video that incorporates some stretches, a few yoga poses that you can do to keep your upper back and to keep your hips kind of loose and lubricated for when you're traveling, especially if you're going to be stuck in a plane for quite a few hours, or if you're traveling by train or in the car. And this is also good for those of you that are working at your desk as well. So it's just really nice stretches for you to just kind of get some movement in your body. The first one is just simply reach the arms all the way up. That's always a nice way. I like to turn my palms up, and then I like to wiggle a little bit, just kind of feel the stretch in the side body. I mean, that's a nice way to wake everything up, and you can press back a little bit, right? And then maybe even press forward, and I like to round into my back like you're trying to hold a beach ball. And so that feels really good. If your neck is a little bit tight, just go ahead and lean side to side with the head. It doesn't have to be anything that is too strenuous, right? Just a little bit of movement starts to feel good. Looking down and looking up, and a few times. And do so gingerly and mindfully. Right? And I like to sometimes look sideways. And again, you don't have to crank your neck. You just have to keep it nice and soft and supple and simple. Okay. Shoulder rolls are really good, right? You can imagine that just moving your shoulders, you can start to feel the benefits immediately. Go in both directions, forward and back, and do that a few times. You can do this with me if you like. It's still sniffly. A great yoga pose that is good for releasing tension in your upper back and just give it a nice stretch is Garudasana Eagle pose. And that is simply, I like to stretch my arms out first and then swing your arm underneath. I'm going to mirror you, so left arm underneath the right. Place the palms together right in front of your face. So those of you that can't get the palms together, that's absolutely okay. Just have to press the back of the palms together, or simply find a way to hold your fingertips so you can hold this shape, okay? If you can get your elbows in line with your shoulders, you're gonna feel a bigger stretch, and then you want to extend your forearms forward a little bit, almost like you're pressing it forward so you feel your shoulder blades broaden apart in your upper back. And then maybe you wanna look down. And then I like to just keep my gaze forward. Okay, make sure to switch sides, stretch the arms straight out again, and other arm underneath. I should switch palms together, or back of palms together, or just simply find a way to interlace your fingers, and that's absolutely fine too. But really the stretch is going to come from your ability to raise your elbows in line with your shoulders, right? Or just try and get there, it doesn't have to be. And then extend your forearms forward, all right? And take a few breaths. All right, and so these are really nice ways to release into your upper back. I personally don't like to do the whole head rounding thing because I don't feel like it's good for my neck, but you might feel fine with it, and that's a good way too. Again, just be mindful of rolling it very, very slow, no crunching. Okay, you can interlace your hands behind your back, clasp your palms together, and simply draw the shoulder blades in towards each other and slide the shoulder blades down the back. That's a really nice way to just broaden and stretch into your upper chest, into your collarbones. And you can make sure to switch sides as well. So interlace the funky way. I don't have much room behind me, but you guys get the point, right? And that's a good way to kind of just release into your upper back. Right, and sometimes I like to just go ahead and bring my chin down towards my chest, and that helps me get a deeper stretch at the very bottom of my neck. Right. And then another way, and this is for those of you that are actually sitting at your desk, sitting tends to kind of stiffen our hip flexors and just our mobility in this region. So what you want to do is separate your feet a little bit more than hip distance apart. And I'm in my meditation chair, so this isn't a really good representation. But normally your seat would be in the same line as your knees, so you would go ahead and flop forward, okay? And let your head hang. And this is a nice release for the hip flexors. And just get a nice amount of mobility and movement in there. And this is nice to do every hour or just a few times a day is fine. Relax the head. All right, so these are just a few exercises that you can incorporate into your traveling schedule or your sitting working schedule. Anything is fine with that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or Facebook me. Email is Grace, Grace at graceyogala.com, or Facebook, find me, it's Grace Yoga. Or you can find me on Twitter as well, and that is under A Dose of Grace. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Take care.